Sandtroopers.com. Never imitating, always innovating, bringing you the latest coverage in the Star Wars galaxy.
Welcome back, troops, to another edition of Sam Watch Live. Today we'll be taking a special look at Bossk from the Clone Wars series. We recently took a look at the Boba Fett figure from the Rise of Boba Fett battle pack. We obtained a sample of Bossk here from the same source. He comes packed with his blaster rifle, and he really is a cool looking figure in terms of how he stacks up to previous versions of Bossk. Well, you know, I mean, basically I fell in love with this character back, you know, around 1982, 81. I don't know, this one says 82. This is one I fell in love with recently. It's a vintage that I picked up at the Motor City Comic Con. Tell you where things are going with the prices of vintage these days. I picked that one up for a mere $40, but to get back on task, I fell in love with the character years back. I mean, who didn't love the bounty hunters? I mean, it wasn't just Boba Fett. I think for most of us, IG-88 and Zuckuss and Dengar, they all really sold that scene. And even though Bossk really didn't do much, but you know, it wasn't very long at all. Didn't do much, but you know. This Trandoshan is really an interesting character. In fact, now in the Clone Wars TV series, we're learning how he, along with Aura Singh, helped shape him into the galaxy's most fearsome bounty hunter, which I don't know how some of us feel about that, but, you know, needless to say, it's more interesting than if they did nothing at all with it. So, tell you what, we're going to take Bossk here and cut away to the nitty-gritty for a sec, and we're going to see how he looks. And we're going to see if this new Bossk is worth adding to your Clone Wars collection. Come on, troops. Okay, troops, let's take a look at our second figure from the Rise of Boba Fett Ultimate Battle Pack. The first thing I noticed was how tall this figure was. I mean, you know, I don't know how he stood up and, you know, on the Star Destroyer, but you know, quite the size difference, you know, just between him and little Boba. Very interesting that they made him so tall. I mean, this guy could post up IG-88. If you take a look, though, they did a wonderful job with the eyeballs. I mean, if you see there, they really sparkle. A lot of detail in the paint, and you can even see detail in his teeth, which again really makes it stand out. Jointed elbows, swiveling wrists, articulated torso. The blaster rifle just seems to be a modified version. This is one from the Bounty Hunter set from, I believe it was 2007. But you see, it's just missing the grip and the scope up here. It looks to be, you know, pretty much in line with what we've seen in the past. I do think that it's pretty cool that they put all this work into this figure. It's just amazing how many options you get, especially in the knees, and they swivel, and they did just a wonderful job in the feet. You can just gives them all kinds of limitless poses. You know, he can grip the gun any which way he wants, and it's just they did a wonderful job head to toe. And as you see there, this comes off. That's kind of interesting that pops off. I don't remember if it came away like that in the vintage figure, but if these are for the kiddies, there indeed is something a little bit more for them to lose. Just pops right back in there, and then the back too. It comes off. I don't know why they would have that hose come off of them, but it's really interesting that they did so well with it on the first attempt, you know, in the animated line. Back in the Power of the Force version, here's one from 1997. It didn't offer a whole lot in articulation. It was just, you know, really there for the scene. Very primitive for its time. And then he evolved a little bit into the one we seen in the Bounty Hunter set, where we got some swiveling, you know, in the arms. Gave you some more options with the blaster. And then the ultimate version, though, so far I believe, is this one. I don't have a loose version of it, but this is the best looking Bossk we've seen yet. So it really makes it even better that they, you know, if you do buy the Rise of Bounty Hunter Ultimate Battle Pack, I think this is just another great reason to add that set to your collection. So how much did I like the new Clone Wars Bossk? I really thought they did a great job with it. You know, the limitless possibilities. I mean, he can sit down, got some shoulder articulation there. I mean, he can move any which kind of way them kids will want to move him. And, you know, us collectors will probably, hopefully they don't price out that battle pack to a point where, you know, we can't afford it. But I wouldn't necessarily ruling out seeing him on single card either, because it's a great figure. You know, to see him knock it out of the park. It took several attempts in 2007 to get it what I would consider to be perfection, you know, in the Legacy or, you know, the regular, you know, figure line. But to see him do such a great job, you know, right out of the gate with this one, just a great job. I really do admire him for you know, making this set. Again, we don't know much about it. We're looking forward to learning about it and seeing, you know, not just. I mean, we know it's Toys R Us, but how much is this thing going to be? I guess, you know, only time will tell. But until next time, until I make another, I'll be cracking on Dustro's mother and helping out my collecting brother. I'm Darth Spice. United we find. Peace.